Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a shout out and got a couple other things to show you. But first, I want to introduce you to 60s Rule. I know a lot of you probably already follow him. It's a great channel to follow. He does an awesome job. He does Matchbox cars restorations, which if you've never seen anybody do, it's kind of remarkable what goes into it and just how into detail and how much they disassemble to get this back to looking new and maybe even putting their own spin on it. He also builds vintage model kits, which is also cool. He doesn't limit himself to just cars or trucks. He also does planes, military. He's really got a lot going on his channel, and scale trains. Yeah, it's just really amazing how much variety he has on his channel. So if you don't subscribe to him already, I suggest you go check him out. Tell him John from Amateur Scale Modeling sent you. That would be great. I know you'll be glad you did. And next, I know I posted a video a little while ago of this young man I'm a very good friend with his family and good friends with him. I do spend some time hanging out with him in fellowship and discipleship, but he went out and he got me something else, which I'm so blessed by. Barbosa on his channel, which I will leave a link below. I'm also going to leave a link again for Ezekiel's channel. I said before, he plays piano, but he's self-taught, and he learns these songs just listening, watching the video. He usually puts his own little spin on it. Really cool to watch. I know not everybody enjoys piano music, but I think you'll like it if you go check him out. Barbosa Rex has tried these airbrushes on his channel just to see how good they are. He also put up a video, I think it was about a week ago, that these were on sale for a short time on Amazon. I think they're normally like $84 and this was $60 on sale. So Ezekiel ordered one of these for me, which is great. I've been wanting a new airbrush. I've said I have a 0.0, which isn't the greatest airbrush. Being a new airbrusher, I don't know the difference from one to another, but I've seen everybody using different ones and trying them out and saying how great they are. And I kind of knew there had to be something better out there with how I see the difference with your airbrushes compared to how my airbrush functions. So I know there's been unboxings of this before, but let's take a look anyway. So right off the bat on the cover, they have an exploded view of the airbrush, which is really cool. It does say in the directions you don't need to take this all apart to clean it. They do show you the recommended way to do a thorough cleaning on it without having to do all that. They leave you this little note saying that they put their sprayers through thorough testing, and there may be minor remnants of some paint that can be easily cleaned off, and they apologize for the inconvenience, but I'd rather have a little inconvenience to get something that wasn't tried or tested. Instructions. I love the little box it comes in. I think this is a great place to store it. So I found this pretty cool, that it has extra washers with it, which I could have used in my current airbrush. Those Got Fuels or Jeff's Garage. Pretty sure it was one of them who told me you could use beeswax to make a seal if you didn't have a washer or whatever. So that's what I've been using, and it's been working really well. But now I've got a new airbrush, so I'm pretty excited about that. I will tuck those somewhere where they won't be lost. Comes with the lubrication, 2 different size pots, 2 different size needles. This is the 0.5. I believe it's a 0.3 that's in it right now. Also has the other tip for the larger needle, which I guess would be an obvious need. So yeah, so there's that. We got the quick release that comes with it, which is really exciting also. And you know, I see some of you using the pistol grip trigger, and it looks like it's easier to control. So yeah, so I'm really excited to have this one. I do have shaky hands, so hopefully this would help calm that down a little bit, especially if I have my hand in weird positions, it shakes a little bit more. But yeah, and then it's got this cover to keep your needle nice and clean. So I'm very excited about this. I cannot wait to use it. I do have some things I need to paint still for this kit. It's going to get used rather quickly. So thank you, Zeke. I appreciate it, brother. You're a good friend. And let me show you a quick update on what's been going on with the Rat Packer, the Nova. So I got a lot of suggestions on about what to do about the fan belt. And one of the things I got from a few of you was electrical tape. That's what I used. That is amazing. I mean, it looks, compared to even the plastic ones, this thing is rocking it. I may glue in all my pulleys and then just use the electrical tape instead of that, and just get rid of the plastic part. I don't know if that makes sense, but to me, I love the look. That just might be something I do. I did get a lot of suggestions about the air breathers, mostly about pinning them. I need to still learn about pinning. I've seen a little bit, but not a lot. What I did is I grooved the valve covers so the tabs of the breathers would fit into those grooves. So that's what I did. Worked pretty well. I had to shorten the drivetrain because the way the engine was sitting was too close to get the tires onto the front axle. And then because the engine was moved back, the exhausts would no longer fit. So right now I'm trying to map out a new position for those without it looking totally ridiculous. So I actually had to take the manifolds off to move everything back and then get those back on. So that's where we're moving along. And for the body, I did get a couple color suggestions. A couple of you said to leave it green, add pinstripe, and a couple of people said to change it to white. But before everybody voted on the green, I had already painted it to the white. So I actually really like that. I think that looks fantastic, the blue and the white together. So that's how I'm gonna leave it. I need to wet sand it, gloss over it. I think all the chrome body parts here, I'm thinking I'm gonna do them all black. I think that would look really cool if I did, you know, the insignias and handles and everything, if I did that black. And I stripped the chrome off the bumpers because these I am gonna paint black. So yeah, that's how it's coming so far. It's doing good, making some adjustments here and there. There are some, I said, some pieces that are missing, but I'm getting replacement parts or making them, and I haven't made anything that's like really extravagant, you know, oil filter, you know, big deal. But I do have one concern. This is the correct chassis. It has all the right pin spots, locator spots. It has everything that's shows on the directions is here. This is a 65 Nova. But the thing is, I think I showed you how easy the body fits in here, which it does. But then when you flip it underneath, there's a big gap here, and there's a big gap at the trunk area down here. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's typical. I don't know. But that's where it is, and I just realized my wheels are slightly cockeyed, so I'll have to fix those. But yeah, this is, I find that a little weird that there's so much space. So much space. I know I can get some styrene and probably cut it and cover that up. I don't think the bumper is really gonna reach that far back to cover up a hole. Yeah, so there it is. Chassis done. Got to redo the tires. Front tires need to go on. There was one thing I was thinking about doing before I moved the engine back. Was I thought this would look really cool. Let me get this lifted off the ground here. I thought this would look really cool as a gasser. So, I thought the stance would look really neat. And I did search by typing in a search. I put it in several different ways about making a gasser. I can't even tell you all the different ways I put it in looking for it. The only videos that would come up would be making a gasser that is a kit that's already a gasser. On Lookssie's channel, and by the way, all the channels I'm mentioning I'll leave in the link below, but the Looksie channel showed how to make springs from thin styrene, which looked pretty cool and would absolutely do the job. But by looking at pictures of actual gassers, there's a lot more to it underneath than just the springs. If any of you have a video, or where there's a video, if you could point me in the right direction, I'd love to say leave a link to it in my comments. But I think if you leave a link when you post it on the comments, the link actually disappears. Because I've tried leaving links on comments on other people's channels, but it never seems to work. So, but yeah, I'd love to learn how to do that, because I think this would have looked really cool as a gasser. But anyway, so that's where we are. I'm going to keep working at it. Hopefully this weekend, what I've been waiting for old Tom will be here, and I can switch gears back over to that and finish that in time to start the cancer appreciation build. So yeah, that's where I am. So I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, click that like, subscribe, please share. The algorithm is really a fan of all those things. And please leave a comment, and I will catch you next time. Thank you. God bless.